Hey yo, welcome to another episode of Hey Yo. I'm the host of this show, podcast, whatever you want to call it, Del Rico Shelton. As always, this is presented by Rose Sweets LLC. That's Rose Sweets LLC for the best cupcakes and cake pops in the DMV area. They are a small home-based business based in Southern Maryland. They do deliveries. I say do. They do deliveries. You can reach them at Rose Sweets LLC, row underscore sweets underscore LLC on Facebook and Instagram. And you can also email them at rowsweetsllc at gmail.com. Also, as you can see, Riverside provides a good old studio stuff, riverside.fm. So check them out as well. Let's get right into it. I'm kind of pissed because certain things that as a lover of basketball, a player way back when, a coach, and every once in a while help train, right? And I'm sorry, I got something in my eye. Certain things irritate me when I watch the game, especially NBA game. Dallas, the Dallas Mavericks lose again to the Boston Celtics. Final score 106 to 99. And with that loss, the Boston Celtics pretty much have a commanding lead 3-0 in the NBA Finals. The Dallas Mavericks started off hot. They were actually up by 13 in the first quarter. And then Boston hit a run and climbed back and was only down by one after the first quarter. Then Boston, it was nip and tuck. If I remember correctly, it was 51-50. Dallas leads. But then Boston hits a run in the third quarter and ballooned the lead. They took over the lead and ballooned it to 21 points. Then, with about 9 to 10 minutes left in the fourth quarter, Dallas somehow wakes up and remembers how to play basketball and cuts the Boston lead down to 3. A controversial call that Luka Doncic takes a block and he fouls out the game. Kyrie tries to do what he can, but the game is over. Jaylen Brown hits a tough fadeaway 15-footer. I'm getting the stats up right now. And Boston holds on. The reason why I'm mad at this, and I can honestly say, me personally, I didn't say anything about the refs this whole series. Me personally, the refs were horrible today. Luka got fouled several times. Kyrie got fouled several times. PJ Washington got fouled several times. Now, I'm not going to make an excuse that, hey, you lost the game and the refs caused it. The refs kind of helped on this one. That's just me. Every time Luka drove, getting a little push, a little hit, stuff like that, there were several times that Luka pretty much flew out of bounds. Now, some of that's on Luka for acting because towards the end of the first half, back-to-back times, Luka thinks he's fouled pretty much, and then whoever shoots the ball, it's real responsibility to get back. 2 times he didn't, and Jason Tatum got a dunk and a layup. But the reason why I'm upset is basic basketball. One, if you're going to call tic-tac stuff, call it both ways. If you're going to let teams play, call it both ways. Now, granted, the Celtics, for what I'm seeing, only shot free throws 13 times. Is when they shot them. Whereas Dallas could have gotten the bonus on both halves, honestly, probably with about 6 minutes left to go. Another thing I noticed, and this is basic basketball, I'm screaming at the TV. When Dallas was down by 20, I'm screaming at the TV, stop helping off the short corner. For people that don't know what that actually is, basketball terms, ball's on one side of the floor. You got your defender against the ball handler. Ball handler drives, but in the corner on the same side that the ball handler has, that defender, instead of staying at home, comes in to try to help his guy to contain. So you're leaving the corner, the easiest pass, wide open. That's how Boston got the run to get them up by 21. They kept on helping the short corner. Even in the timeout, and they did the mic. Jason Tatum actually said, we can get three whenever we want. Why? Because you doing the dumb stuff. I'm yelling, stop helping short corner. If you're going to help, what happens traditionally is if you got a big man in the middle, he's coming over to help that. So if you got either athletic big, powerful big, and I'm speaking as when I say big, I mean center or power forward. They could just dump that up for an easy layup or a dunk. What Dallas did, they converged, but still had enough room to get back to the dunker spot, which makes the driver either kick back to the top of the key or try to find he can't kick it to the long corner because someone's there. So the only pass he has is opposite elbow. So pretty much you're throwing, I'm trying to show y'all, you're throwing across your body that way, right? When Dallas hits that run to cut it down to 3, they stop helping off the short corner. You're making dudes play basketball there. Make a play. Now, the blocking call that was on Luka, that I thought that was more of a charge because in the NBA, you don't necessarily have to be stationary. You just technically have to beat the man to the spot. To me, Luka beat Jaylen Brown to the spot. He stopped. Jaylen Brown comes across Luka's body, hits Luka, but the foul's on Luka. There's several times also that Jaylen Brown and Jason Tatum, they get away with this a lot. When they're driving and they turn their back, they tend to hook the defender so he can't move. Luka got called for that, if I not recall, twice as a foul on him, even though Jaylen Brown is hooking him. It's an old trick, but damn. It's very rare I see a superstar foul out of an NBA Finals game. But I kind of saw it coming the way this game was being officiated, and Luka kept bitching at the refs. Stop bitching at the refs, because now the refs are pretty much looking to, in my opinion, looking to call something on you. Know that from personal experience. Playing and coaching. Let Jason Kidd yell at him. But then again, the way this crew of officiators were doing, I don't know what's going on. But here's some stats for y'all real quick. Jason Tatum finished with 31 points. Here's the thing that's kind of funny with this. Normally I just do the stats and a couple things. But I'm gonna point something out that to me, this is where I think the refs helped this situation. Jason Tatum played 42 minutes. He was 11 for 26, 4 from 13 from 3. He was 5-5 from the free throw line. Finished with 31 points, 5 assists, 6 rebounds, 2 turnovers. His plus minus was a -4. Al Horford, 8 points. He played 37 minutes, 3 for 6, 2 for 5 from 3, 5 rebounds, 2 assists. He was -2. Drew Holiday, who is actually to me the unsung hero for Boston this whole series. He was 4 for 9, 1 for 3. He had a big 3, by the way, to kind of give Boston a little bit of breathing room. He had 5 assists, 4 rebounds, 9 points. He was only a +1. Derek White, 42 minutes, 4 for 10, 4 for 9 for 3, 4 for 4 for the free throw. And he finished with 16 points, +3. He has got to be the luckiest dude when it comes to shooting threes. This is like the third time I've seen him bank a three-pointer in this series. When time running down. But the star of the show for me personally, Boston, and I didn't want to say it, but I'm really starting to believe it. Jaylen Brown, 12 for 22, 2 for 9 for 3, 4 for 5 from the free throw line, 8 rebounds, 8 assists, 30 points, +13. He was the dude that did to me the most work for Boston. And I know people want to give Jason Tatum that thing of being the best player on Boston. In my humble opinion now, after seeing them 2 years ago in the finals and Jason Tatum kind of but Jaylen Brown against Golden State did his thing, except, the elimination game. But even then, he had a good game. We need to have a conversation of who's really the best player on Boston. He's taken on the responsibility of guarding both Luka and Kyrie at times. Now, granted, and I hear people say Jason Tatum gets doubled. Not really. If you want to call him getting when he drives and everybody converge, yeah, but there's no real people that's really doubling Jason Tatum when he comes across half court. Also, here's another thing. The bench for Boston only scored 12 points. 3 points from Tillman, which hit a big 3 in the corner. Again, stop helping off short corner. And Hauser, who had 9 points, and he was a +16. So pretty much when he was in the game, Tillman was in the game, and Jaylen Brown in the game, that's when Boston hit their stride. Here's the problem for Dallas. Stop helping off the short corner. Jones Jr. gave you 10 points. He only played 16 minutes. He was 1 for 2. On this game, Jason Kidd used his bench to the best of his ability. P.J. Washington, 3 for 9, 3 for 6 for 3, 13 points, 8 rebounds, 2 assists. He had a pretty decent game. He was trying to defend Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and doing mad switches. Gafford, 6 points, 3 for 3, 16 minutes. When he only had 3 rebounds. But he was 3 for 3. Every time they went down low to Gafford, except one time he passed it out, they scored. Luka Doncic, 11 for 27, 1 for 7 for 3, 27 points. He was actually a +9. 6 assists, 6 rebounds. The refs got in Luka's head today. They got in his head. He was looking for calls. He was crying for calls. And some of that, a good portion of it, he was right. To me, and me personally, he was right. But Uncle Drew, a.k.a. Kyrie, showed up. 45 minutes, 13 for 28, 4 for 6 from 3, 5 for 5 for the free throw line, 35 points. He was a -3. Daniel Gafford was -11. Daniel Jones Jr., -6. P.J. Washington, even. Now, the -3 for Kyrie, that mostly is when Luka fouled out. Other than that, it would have been even. Now, Here's my problem, and I think Jason Kidd has, if he doesn't want to get swept, he has to stop this part. Exum came in the game 3 minutes, 2 points. He needs more minutes to play defense. Green, 22 minutes, 1 for 2, 3 points, +3. He was playing well. The box score may not show, but he was D'ing up. When Dallas hit that run, he was in the game. He was in the game D'ing up. Derek Lively Jr., 30 minutes, 5 for 6, 11 points +6, had 13 big rebounds. The young fella did his job. When he had opportunity to score, he did. A couple of times, high pick and roll, he rolled, Kyrie found him, Luka found him. Tim Hardaway Jr., 19 minutes, 0 for 5 from the field. Got blocked by Derek White. This is something I don't get. Derek White gets a lot of blocks. Why don't, and if I recall, Tim Hardaway Jr., even though he's had an ankle problem this series, 6'5". I don't understand why dudes don't try to pipe on Derek White. Stop laying. I've always been taught, if you got a little dude on you, and yes, I am supposed to point guard, shooting guard. I'm 5'11 and a half. I'm a little dude. But we was taught that if you have any size over someone like me, and you got to run and start, don't try to lay that damn ball up. You try to yam on somebody. I see too many times in the NBA, today's NBA, I should say, that a guard is on the break with you. You know technically this guard can't jump with you, but why you want to do a layup? I'm trying to put you in the rim. But anyway, Tim Hardaway, offensively, no, wasn't well. But defensively, he did his job. He also was getting out of the lineup when they hit that run. 0 points, though. He was -16. Here's my problem. And this is when I noticed that Boston hit the first run and then the second run to get it up to 22. Matt Kleber, 8 minutes, 0 for 2, 0 for 1, no points, -13, 1 rebound. Every time he's in the game, Boston hits a run. Stop Jason Kidd putting him in the game. Now, here's a stat for you. I'm trying to pop that up right now, which is crazy to me. Boston shot 46 3-pointers. 46. They were 17 of 46 for 37%. And when they hit their big run, they were hitting threes. You know why they was hitting threes? Because someone's wide open all the time in the short corner. My game plan against Boston is very simple. If you're going to drive and hit twos, go ahead. Because they want to shoot the three. They want to. Don't help on that short corner. Make them swing, and make a play. I'm not helping on the short corner. That's their game. Boston game is really drive and kick. And at times drive, kick, swing. Their whole game. Cool. I'm not helping out the short corner. You're going to have to throw that pass opposite. And Al Horford, now Jrue Holiday can make a play. Derek White really can't. He can shoot. He's more of a defender, but he can shoot. I'm not helping off the short corner. I might not help at all. It's crazy to me that, and I'm popping it up just to make sure I'm right, how this series has gotten very. Dallas should be kicking themselves, especially for this one. All you got to do is stop helping the short corner. Stop over helping. Jaylen Brown or Jason Tatum drives, or Drew Holiday, and I've seen so many times 3 guys converge. For what? And everybody looking around. Where's the ball? Where the 2 dudes is on the ball? Let it go. I mean, damn. It's incredible to me. Yep, I'm right. It popped up. 17 for 46 for 37%, while Dallas was 9 of 25 for 36%. Field goal percentage 46.3. Dallas actually outshot them 44.2. Boston was 38 of 82 as a total, and Dallas was 38 for 86. The difference of the game: 8 more threes, and I will say, except for maybe one that I can remember, all of them was over helping. Stop over helping. The rebounds, Dallas won 36 to 30. Assists, Boston won again over Dallas 26 to 15. Again, over helping. Blocks, Boston won 6 to 1. Total turnovers, both teams 9. Points off turnovers, Boston got 12, Dallas got 13. That's the difference. Stop helping. It's basic basketball at this point. You're getting beat by basic basketball. Stop helping the short corner. Stop over helping. If you see a dude driving, it's not your responsibility to hit the paint. Stay with your dude. Then, once the ball gets passed out, you technically are in a position to now go to whoever has the ball or stay at your dude again, because now you're making someone else make a actual basketball play that, to me personally, no one can do it except for Jason Tatum, Jaylen Brown, and Drew Holiday, because one of the 3 is driving. So the other participants are waiting in that short corner. And when they did rotate right, Boston was bricking. I mean, damn. How hard can this be? Now I understand in the heat of the moment, and I'm playing couch coach right now. But if I'm Jason Kidd, I'm imploring my team, stop helping short corner. Make someone make a play. You're making it too easy. I will say this. If Minnesota was facing Boston, Boston would be in trouble. They would. I would say, honestly, if Boston was playing OKC, they'd be in trouble. They got the right matchup this one. And as a Laker, I hate to say it, Boston's going to get that 18th banner. Damn it, I hate saying that, man. But it looks like that's going to happen. Jeez Louise. On a side note, before I get out of here, it would be remiss if I didn't mention, for the conservative people, Hunter Biden was found guilty of 3 felony charges for gun possession. Basically, the president's son. And only thing President Biden to me is personally guilty of with Hunter is he loves his son. If you don't have someone in your family that's does have a addiction problem, you're blessed. Because most families in America know at least maybe one that has a problem. So you're blessed. Fortunately, Hunter was found all guilty of all three charges connected to a purchase of a revolver back in 2018. Prosecutors claimed that the president's son lied on a mandatory gun purchase form that he was neither unlawfully using drugs nor addicted to them. Two charges carry a maximum penalty of 10 years, while one carries a maximum penalty of 5. Yet, given the status of the first-time offender, aka like Donald Trump, it's likely he will receive a reduced sentence if he receives prison sentence at all. He may just serve on parole. I hear conservatives, where's the justice? Trump had 34 counts. Well, Trump's the first-time offense. First-time felon, I should say. And he still can run for president. He's not going to see any jail time. He's just a felon. Hunter Biden is a felon now. So he can't get purchase a gun. He can't do several different things, and technically he can't vote. Did you hear Democrats and liberals up in a roar that Hunter Biden was found guilty? Yeah, it's charge that most people not going to get. But Joe Biden let the process go. He didn't help his son. But I hear people still hollering about Trump. The process played out as it was supposed to. Conservatives and Trumpites, as I call them, who worship Trump. Because you do. You're in a cult. Hollering about how Donald Trump was done wrong by the justice system. No, he wasn't. Here's something that I want conservatives, y'all to understand. All of this is Trump's fault. Regardless of how you feel about the charges, the 34 counts, or whatever. You know what all this started about? I'm going to break this down. Since y'all Christians, supposedly Christians, love throwing this stuff, the Bible and all that stuff. He committed adultery on his wife and tried to pay a former porn star hush money. That was pretty much campaign money, whatever you want to call it. So here's the thing. If he never cheated on his wife, none of this would happen. Did I strike a nerve? If Donald Trump never cheated on his wife, the third one, mind you, because he cheated on the other two with the new previous wives, right now, none of this would have happened to him. Oops. Here's what it is, though. Here's what it is. And I'm done with the politics part, but I got another subject I want to get off. Somber moment. As a diehard Los Angeles Laker, we lost a great one today. The great Jerry West, who, someone can correct me if I'm wrong. He's the only 3-time Hall of Famer in NBA history. Player, contributor / executive, and in the Hall of Fame also for the 1960 Olympic basketball team, which is something I just found out today. I knew he got a gold medal. I didn't know he was elected Hall of Fame for it. Mr. Jerry West was a great basketball executive, and as a Laker, a better man. He helped pioneer a whole lot of players. A lot of the players consider him like a father figure. He helped build my Lakers into Showtime. He helped build the Clippers into Lob City. Heck, he even helped um, the Warriors. His last great deal that helped out the Lakers, he sent Kwame Brown. And if I remember right, he was either the first or second round pick to Memphis Grizzlies so they can get Powell. But you know that what that pick actually turned out to be? It turned out for Memphis his little brother, Marc Gasol, who should be in the Hall of Fame soon too. Because I believe Powell is now in the Hall of Fame. He constructed a deal that got the Lakers the number one pick in 1982 to get James Worthy. He helped draft Byron Scott. He traded Norm Nixon to at that time the San Diego Clippers. And that pick turned out to be Byron Scott. He's had a number. I'm just giving you a couple Laker wise. He's actually the logo if you don't know. The NBA logo is Jerry West. It's his silhouette when he played. Jerry West, um, if I recall, I want to say he has 2 championships. I'm trying to look it up right now just to make sure I'm right. He also coached 3 years with the. He actually was the head coach of the Lakers for 3 years too. Nope, I was wrong. He won the NBA championship in 1972. His number 44 jersey was retired by the Lakers as well. He's a 14-time All-Star. I'm just going to give you some stats before I get up out here. He won the championship in 1972. He was the NBA Finals MVP in 1969. By the way, he lost to the Boston Celtics and still became MVP of that. For like I said, 14-time All-Star, NBA MVP, All-Star MVP in 1972, 10-time first team All First Team, second 2-time All Second Team, 4-time All Defensive First Team, NBA All Defensive Second Team 1 time. He was scoring champion in 1970, assist leader in 1972. He's on the NBA anniversary 35th, 50th, and 75th anniversary teams. I already said he's been in his retired Lakers jersey number 44. NCAA most outstanding player, Final Four most outstanding player in 1959. 2-time All-American. He was SoCon Player of the Year 2 times. That's back when West Virginia was in the Southern Conference. He's actually also received, as I'm reading this, the Presidential Medal of Freedom in 2019, something I did not know. 2-time Executive of the Year in 1995 and 2004. And as executive, he won 8 NBA titles with my Lakers. He's also in the College Basketball Hall of Fame. He was inducted in 2006. Born in West Virginia. I want to make sure. I know he went to school in West Virginia. Yep, I'm right. He was born May 28th, 1938. And as of today, June 12th, we lost a great man. Great player, great executive, but more importantly, from Lakers, brass, players and former players alike, in just the NBA in general, a better man. Rest in power, Mr. Jerry West. Gone at the age of 86. Thank you, sir. On that somber note, I'm going to get up out of here. To recap, the Mavericks lose to the Boston Celtics 106-99. Unfortunately, the Mavericks are down 3-0. I don't think the Mavericks will get swept, but this series, as far as I'm concerned, is pretty much over. And once again, Hunter Biden guilty on 3 felony charges of gun possession for purchasing a gun, basically saying while high. What a country we live in. Anywho, I'm out. And like I always tell y'all, may Father and the ancestors take care of you, your loved ones, and anybody else you care about. I see y'all when I see y'all. Peace.